Good morning class. We shall begin with a lesson that is Gogol's first day. Okay, this is an extract from The Namesake by Jhumpa Lahiri. Jhumpa Lahiri is an Indian American author. She writes books. So in this lesson, you will see how Gogol, a young Bengali boy, goes to live in America with his parents, and there he joins a new school. So you will see here how his parents want him to take a new name, whereas he does not like the idea, and he refuses to be called by a new name. So let us begin with the lesson. Gogol is a young boy, and his parents shifted to America due to some professional reasons, and so now he has to join a new school over there. So they go to one of the elementary schools to take admissions, and there you will see Gogol has been known all his life by the name Gogol. But suddenly now, what his father wants is that he should not be known by the name Gogol. Instead, he wants that he should be called Nikhil at school. So that is the conflict in the story about the name. So he goes to the school, and then since all his documents, the name Gogol is written, here you will see the principal is a bit confused as to why he should be called Nikhil. First, the parents try to convince Gogol that he would be named by the name Nikhil only in school. At home, they would call him Gogol, but he does not seem to be impressed. And his parents, in order to convince him, says that having two names is a part of the Bengali culture. You will see the relatives back in Calcutta, they all have two names, and even in America, the Bengalis staying over there, they too have two names. So having two names is a part of being a Bengali. In this way, to try to convince here. However, the boy is not at all convinced. He goes to the school, and there you will see the secretary leads them to the principal's room. When the principal tries to call Nikhil, the boy is not impressed at all. So you see, the boy is not at all interested in the name Nikhil. The parents, in order to convince him, tells him to write it 10 times so that he will not forget the name Nikhil. But the boy does not like. Why he does not like? Because Nikhil, the name is very new to him. He doesn't know Nikhil, and Nikhil doesn't know him. He feels like that. And it would be very abnormal if he would be called by the name Nikhil, because he was so much in love with his own name, Gogol. He preferred to be named in that way. But his father was adamant that he should be called Gogol at home and Nikhil in the school. So in the school they are greeted, and then by Mrs. McNabb, who is the secretary of the school. So Gogol's birth certificate is produced, and the immunization record is also produced. In all the records and all the documents, the name Gogol has been used. That is why Mrs. McNabb is a little bit confused. Okay, they reach the principal's room. The principal is Candace Lapidus. She is a tall lady with blonde hair, and she looks at a registration form and looks at a boy who is holding his father's hand. She welcomes him and says, "Welcome to the elementary school. I am your principal." Gogol does not respond at all. Nikhil pronounces the name Nikhil. Gogol does not respond, and instead he looks at his sneakers. He found that the way his parents pronounced the name Nikhil and the way the principal pronounced was very different. The accent was very different. When the principal pronounced Nikhil, he heard that the second portion sounded like heel, H-E-E-L, heel. So when she does not get any response from the boy, she bends down her head and again asks Nikhil, how old are you? Nikhil does not respond at all. So the principal is confused whether the boy knows English or not. So she asks the father whether your son knows English. Does he follow English? Ashok says, yes, he is bilingual. He knows two languages. One is Bengali and the other is English. My son is bilingual, he says. So what does he do, the father? In order to prove that his son knows English, what he does, for the first time he has never done this before in his life. What he does, he asks his son in carefully accented English to reply to Mrs. Lapidus. So he tells Gogol, while calling out the name Gogol, the principal gets to hear it and he asks, what was that you called your son? Go something like that, G? It starts with G? Then he says, the father says, no. That is what we call him, that is his pet name. We call him at home. But in the school, he should be known as Nikhil. Then Mrs. Lapidus says, what is it? Good name, bad name, what is it? I don't understand, okay? Then she studies the registration form and there was a confusion. In the registration form, another name, in the immunization record, another name. So this kind of confusion she has not got with the other Indian boys who studied in her school. Two other Indian children were also studying, but they had the same name in the form as well as the immunization and the birth certificate also. But with Nikhil it was different. In his immunization record it was Gogol, and in the birth certificate it was Gogol, but here in the form it was Nikhil. So she was confused. So your son's legal name is Gogol. Then why you want him to be called Nikhil? The father is a little bit embarrassed and says, it's our wish. We want that he should be called as Nikhil. Okay, so the principal does not... I'm not sure I follow you, Mr. Ganguly. Do you mean Nikhil is a middle name? She asks, is it a middle name or what is it? Why is there so much confusion about your son's name? So he says, no, it's not a middle name, it's a name. And you must call him Nikhil in the school. So Mrs. Lapidus finds no sense in arguing and so she smiles. But still the child does not respond. Then he says that yes, my son is a little bit confused because at home he used to be called Gogol and now in the school he will be named Nikhil. It will be confusion for a few days, but after that he will get used to it. He will be comfortable with the name Nikhil. And this time he bends and tells his son in Bengali and says that if Mrs. Lapidus is asking you, you must respond. So the father gives him the lunch box and he leaves. So and tells that you must be cooperative with your parents in the school, you should be good in the school, and he leaves. Then next time, Mrs. Lapidus, finding that the child was uncomfortable, she asks, are you happy to be entering elementary school, Gogol? Okay, she asks him, she calls him Gogol instead of Nikhil. And she finds the difference. When she calls him Gogol, the child is so excited and he responds. She says, yes, my parents want me to have a different name in the school, Nikhil, but I want to be called as Gogol. He wants to be named as Gogol. Then, it's settled. The principal says, okay, fine, you want to be called as Gogol, it shall be done. You will be known as Gogol. So Gogol picks up a pencil, grips it tightly and forms the letter of the only word he has learned thus far to write from memory, getting the L backwards due to nerves, and he writes Gogol. So the principal praises him and says that you have a very nice handwriting. Okay, so she leads him to the classroom. There a lady, Miss Watkins, is introduced to her. She is his class teacher. Okay, and inside the classroom, it's a small universe of nicknames. The children are not known by their real names in America. They are called by their nicknames. For example, Andrew is known as Andy, Alexandra is Sandy, William is called as Billy, Elizabeth is Lizzie. Okay, so it's like a very different world altogether. Not like the schools in India that we have, where we are called by our strict little names. So you'll see now fountain pens and polished black shoes and notebooks and good names and sir or madam category. The teachers are also known by the names. They can call the teachers by their names, and they don't wear polished shoes, notebooks, nothing like that. It's not a formal kind of education. It's very informal, where students can feel free just like at home. So his class is over and he's sent home with a letter from the principal telling that your son wants to be named as Gogol. He wants to be called by the name Gogol in school, and therefore we have decided that we will not call him Nikhil, but we will call him Gogol just for his satisfaction, because he is not comfortable with the name Nikhil. And the child's first preference is what is most important for us, and that is the reason we will call him Gogol. So this note was sent along with the child, and the child went and showed it to his parents. His parents were shaking their heads, but they have to give in. At last they also decided that his happiness matters, and that's why let him be known by the name Gogol. Okay, so his education begins, and then very formally it begins. He used to write his pet name again and again. He used to write Gogol. Most of the time, he's so fond of his name that even in the class time also, he used to write his name on a piece of paper. And then what happened in the art class? His favorite hour of the week. Okay, in a week there used to be an art class also. He used to attend that. That was his favorite class. There also he liked his name so much that he used to carve his name with paper clips in the bottom of clay cups and bowls. Okay, everywhere he wants to paste his name. He pastes uncooked pasta onto a cardboard and leaves his signature in fat brush strokes below paintings. Okay, these were the fun activities in the beginning of the elementary school over there. Very different from the schools that we have in India. And what happened? Day after day, he brings his creation home to Ashima. Okay, at home, whatever they have done, those things they bring back home, and he presents to his mother and father. And the mother very proudly hangs them on the refrigerator door. Gogol Ji. He signs his work in the lower hand corner. Okay, Gogol Ji. He wants to prove that he is Gogol and no other person. He signs his work in the lower right hand as if they were a need to distinguish from any other Gogol in the school. He says that I am Gogol Ji. My name starts with Gogol. I am the only one Gogol in my school. So you will see here in this lesson how a child who is named by his pet name at home, Gogol, very much likes his name, how he totally falls in love with his name, and how he would not exchange his name for any other name, no matter how much people pressurize him, even his parents. So this is how the connection between names, between a child and a name is shown here through this lesson, and how your name plays a very important part in your life.